Hey friends, welcome to Gardening with Creekside. Today we are going to go on a little bit of a shopping spree and a recon mission.
Yeah, recon, big time.
Big time.
Yep.
So what we're doing, it is a rainy Saturday here in North Carolina. We are going to keep moving forward and getting some things done. So we're going to spend our day wisely, but we are going to head over to the Home Depot. Back to the Home Depot we go to look at some different options of siding and ceiling.
Yeah, we thought it'd be kind of cool to show you some different options on exterior, interior stuff. You can see the different products. We're going to kind of discuss them, try to figure out which way we want to go. There's one particular board that we're looking at and using inside that I want to put my eyes on first before we order it.
Right. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do. So we are up here, obviously, at the production annex. So we're just going to kind of walk you through. This is kind of the construction staging area here in the dry storage, because obviously it is dry storage. And it is interesting because it's raining today, so we can really see Jerry's standing underneath the open roof. It has not been closed in yet, but you can see we have the area where the rain has come through. And we haven't had like heavy rain, but it's just interesting to see now that we're in here and things are dry, other than the little doorways.
We've got to pick up some electric. We are going to pick those up today, those electrical boxes.
Yes.
So it's just trying to determine on how many of those little quick blue boxes we needed. We needed some. We're just going to need outlets for the ceiling, because we're going to have those lights that plug in.
Yes, like the same ones that we have in the retail nursery.
In the retail. So I'm thinking, yeah.
So it's interesting. I don't know how if you're in a relationship, whether it's a marriage or whatever, I'm always of the mindset of buy more than you need, and Jerry's like, oh no, we need just this exact amount, so that's what we're going to buy, and then it never fails, right? You're one short, and it's just so you might see that he'll pick out like say 12 boxes, and I'm going to grab like 3 extra and throw them in the cart, because you can always use them. It's better to have things on hand, and if you don't need them, just take them back to the store. So that's an insight to
I guess we need to, we want to put some type of, I think we're just going to do a regular type of plywood board on the walls.
Yes, because we're going to have shelves, and we're going to be hanging things, and we're going to have all sorts of
that's
things.
what we're going to go look at that finish on that guy, and then we are going to put, I think, a bead board up here, and then we're going to paint the ceiling white. So that's kind of the discussion there. So I wanted to look at those two products, and kind of try to figure that out on what we're going to do. Last night I was actually, I keep going back and forth on these doors. I was looking at, and I may ask them at Home Depot about 10 by 10 garage door or roll up door. We'll see.
You just can't make up your mind, can you?
No.
Time will tell.
Yeah. So anyway, so that's the plan. So I know we're going to have multiple outlets down through here. We're going to put some, at least, I think there'll at least be 8 outlets up here for the lights, and then we're going to put a few more for drop down extension cords.
Yes, and then we'll need outlets for the light switches, right, at the doors?
Light switches, we were talking about doing 2 light switches, one here and one here. It's highly complicated to have.
Okay. So we just need electrical, for the light switches.
Light switches, yeah.
Okay.
So, and then I think that's it for in here for right now.
All right. So you can see that it has helped that the fellas got everything done as far as the OSB. And somebody asked what OSB stands for. It's Oriented Strand Board. And so it is an engineered product. If you can see up here where the different pieces of the board are, and you can see that they're turned in all, which ways, right? There's not in just going in one direction, and that gives the board strength. So that's why we use it on the outside, to give structure and strength. And they're only missing, I think, what did Josh say? That was like a 2-foot section all the way across.
2-foot section all the way up there.
Yep. All the way down.
So we're going to get that done Monday.
So
and everything, all the board will be in. I think we're thinking about on the exterior siding is we've gone back and forth with so many different things. We are going to go and look at the party plank lap siding. So let's
Right when
head
the
to,
right,
let's pour down
right
rain.
when the rain started
Yeah.
coming down.
Let's go ahead and head over there to Home Depot and go check out that siding material and the doors, the walls, ceilings, all that good stuff.
All right.
All right.
All right, let's hop in the car and go shopping. All right, so we made it to the Home Depot and we are in the lumber section. We just walked through and kind of briefly talked about all the different options, the pluses and minuses. So we're going to do that again with you so that we can just kind of clue you into our thinking and our options that are available to us. So,
Of course, cost is always.
cost is always a consideration.
So you're considering this. So we were looking at, this is like a plywood,
Right, so this is just good old generic plywood.
which was what we were thinking about for the wall,
So the inside wall.
inside walls.
But so like I know this is production, but like it has knots in it and then it has the stamp. So that's, that's one thing. I will say also that my daddy is a furniture man. Like he makes
Yeah.
furniture, he refinished furniture. So I'm a bit of a wood snob, but that is like that section, that stuff is $23.
Now, a lot of times they use it on like we did with the OSB stranded.
Right, exactly. Like
And
if
it
you're
goes
an
on the outside of the house.
outside and you're covering it up,
Yeah.
then it's great. But for it to be an interior wall that you
And
see,
they have used it for interior stuff. This is a thinner 3-ply. It's like a few cents cheaper.
right,
So
right.
then I was thinking about, which we've used before,
Yes.
is this. This is actually like an underlayment, and it's real flexible.
Right. It's real thin and flexible and light, so that's nice.
Yeah.
And it is a quote pretty wood. Like they don't have the
They've
stamps
gone
on it.
through and they've patched because it's an underlayment, so they've gone ahead through and patched the little holes where the knots are.
So then typically you would use this as a
Like you put
flooring?
this on the floor, and then you put vinyl on top
Gotcha.
of it or something like that.
Okay. But we have this in our
But
storage
we put
closet
the
at the
storage
barn.
closet at the barn. A lot of people use it for that. It's as simple. It's really much thinner than what we just looked at.
Right. But it's interesting, it's more expensive.
It is because it's finished. You
Right.
can-
Yeah.
if I did that over there,
Yeah.
I'd have a bunch of splinters right now.
Oh yeah, we don't do that. We don't want to do that.
So-
And then
And then we looked at different things. This type of interior paneling type stuff, it has to be glued onto a board like we just looked at.
right, so then that's kind of pointless.
So that's crazy. So we do know we picked this guy out here. This is for the ceiling.
Yes. So that's what we think we've determined for the ceiling.
And this also can be used as an exterior that's painted, and it's called a T11 type style. So this leaves you where you can butt it right up.
On
and
the
have perfect
next
seam.
sheet, it's like the
Yeah.
male and the female or whatever. Like one's on the low end and one's on the high
Yeah,
end.
which
So
the plywood won't do that. So
No.
you're probably gonna have gaps in
You'd
your
have
plywood.
gaps in it.
So this will make it more of a cleaner look, and two, it's a little sturdier.
but it's not crazy heavy.
It's not crazy heavy. So we're thinking about that as far as the ceiling goes, and we'll probably go with white on
Yes.
that. And I was thinking about maybe trying to paint them before we put them up.
I think so.
Yeah.
Especially
And
the ceiling.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. So then we were just talking, after we looked at the plywood, is like, this is with another style, the exterior here. Just a little bit of a wider look to it.
yep.
I think this will look good on the wall.
I think this would be really pretty on the wall because, again, it's a little bit of a rougher. It's not a perfect finish, which is not what we're looking for at all. But you can still, we can paint it, and it's just a little bit of a cleaner, nicer look to it.
Yeah, we
than
could stain this a color. Or
stain would be
something,
pretty.
you know, make it more.
But
of
we
a
have
natural.
options, right? We have options of what we want to do.
Yeah. So this will be about $8 more a sheet. So
But
And you
it is
got-
still a lot cheaper at $28 a sheet as opposed to the one next door that we were looking at Yes, folks, that is $41 a sheet on that because this is
So
the
this was what we were actually going to use for the exterior of the thing.
So imagine the whole outside.
It had just gone up. It was 36, 38. It went up. And because I was going to buy it, but then we've been contemplating back and forth about doing these 4x8 sheets and everything again.
Right.
So this is, as you can see, this one here is damaged. So you can see
So that's not good.
it's like a wood particle board. We've used this on the
Chicken coop,
old chicken coop that we've had.
aka the garden
And it
shed.
has the little cut in, the lap, whatever you want to call it, so that way you have
Right.
nice seams.
Yeah.
So more likely, this is what we're gonna do right here.
For the outside.
Yeah. So it's light.
So this is the hardy plank siding.
Yep.
This is what we have on our house. It's almost like, I guess, the exact same thing we have on our house.
So it's like 8 inches wide.
And also though, so this is a cement product, but notice that they've made it to look like it has a wood grain to it. This is the prime color. If you don't want to paint it, you don't have to because it's a
Yeah, but
cement
I really
product.
do recommend.
I mean,
getting it
we're
painted.
going to, but I'm saying it's not going to like rot as if this were wood siding.
No, it's
So
not going to rot.
It's light, it's flexible, and then
It's like 12 feet long.
12 feet long. And then
8
we were
feet
talking with
wide.
Josh, and he was saying because of angles and different things, he would prefer.
It's just easier
that.
to work with. So then you go back where this is like a wood thing here, but this is the hardy plank 1x4s
So like for the trim.
for the trim.
So this is the top, obviously,
Yeah.
and then the underneath side.
Yeah,
And
it's
again,
primed and ready to go.
yep.
Yeah, and then this is another lap siding here. Wow, stranded lap siding. Those are $10. You know.
Yeah, but they're all. I mean, it's the same price as the hardy plank.
Yeah, it's better to get the hardy.
It's better to get the hardy plank because it's a better, as far as
Yeah.
product wise.
Yeah, so I think that's what we'll do.
Okay,
I think we'll do hardy, lap,
on the outside.
yep, trim, hardy, and then those 2 boards. Thinking we'll do this interior.
Yep.
I'm gonna change my cart one more time. Like probably for the 5th time.
Yeah.
And then this will be the ceiling.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's also the end of the year, so we're trying to get any last minute purchases in before January 1.
So anywho, okay, so let's go down
Gotta
to
work smart here, people.
grab some boxes, electrical boxes, and we have to have a different blade. You have to have a different saw blade on your circular saw to cut the hardy board.
Yes, and we probably need new staples, more staples.
More staples for
the house wrap. And then
house
do you want to
wrap.
look at a new staple gun?
Yeah, mate, we'll go look at them, but we'll see.
We need a new staple
there
gun. It
wasn't
kept-
really many good options.
Okay, well, it kept getting jammed, and
Yeah, I
that's
don't-
never good.
Yeah, so, all right.
I'm the wife that encourages to buy tools. All right, let's go to electrical. So we found the all the fun tools, but unfortunately we can't find a DeWalt staple gun that we like. One, I don't know if DeWalt makes one. There is a little small staple, but then we need the bigger staple. We are big fans of DeWalt products just because they work and they do great. But Jerry is looking for the staples, so it looks like we are not going to buy a new staple gun today. We're just going to get some more staples. That way we'll have plenty to hang up the house wrap on there. So yeah, no go on the tool. Just have to settle for some new staples. All right, so here we are at electrical. Jerry just said, okay, don't you talk about it. I'm like, no, you get to talk about it. So he's going to talk about it. But we are standing in front of the power boxes, right? So this is what, I do know this. This is what we nailed directly to the 2x4s.
Yeah, so this is new work, which is what we have, new work. Mm-hmm. And then if you have a place in your house that you need a new outlet,
Yep.
cut through the sheetrock, and this is like old work ones, so it
Gotcha.
drives back. You screw it, tightens down, holds it behind the sheetrock.
Perfect.
Which is not what we need.
No, because we're new construction, so
Yeah, we were
it'll be
looking
easier.
for one that was a good bit deeper, just easier to work with the wire and everything. So we got the biggest, deepest one that we could find.
Yes.
So,
So these will
20
all
for now.
These will all house electrical outlets.
Outlet switches,
So even like the light switch, it'll hold.
light switch.
Okay.
Yep, we'll have to get those.
So the light switches
So-
are right down here, somewhere.
Yeah, we'll probably do.
Are all the lights going to be on one outlet? Like as far as like you flip the switch and all the lights come on at one time?
In one zone, yeah, like in the storage, yeah. And inside.
Right. Yeah. The
I didn't
annex.
understand that question.
No, like the annex. We're going to have 8 lights in the annex, and
Yeah,
so one
all 8
switch
will
will
come
turn on
on.
all 8
Mhm.
lamps.
Yeah.
That's what I'm asking. All right. So we'll pick out which ones he wants, and the adventure of shopping at the Home Depot continues.
Yes, yes.
All right, so we're about to wrap up here, and Jerry was looking for the saw blade for the hardy plank siding because, like I said, that's a cement product. Well, they don't have it, or they don't have the right size. So, but we did get a saw blade. This is a framing, so
Yeah, we've worn the other one out.
they have worn the other one out. So got a fresh saw blade, so everybody will be happy on that. Then we went ahead, of course, and electrical wise, got right here all the light switch outlets. Then the covers, we went with light almond on this because I figured why go white, this is gonna get dirty. And then did go ahead and get white outlets and covers, because if we paint the ceiling white, then I need that to match for the lights. And then these are Jenny's 2 purchases for today.
Oh, look at
because, yes, look at me. Because every time I need to have a pair of pliers or needle nose pliers, I can never find one. So this is going to be Jenny's purchase, and it is going to go on my gardening rack, and it's going to be one of those touch and die. It will get some pink duct tape on there. So, because whenever you need a good pair of pliers, it is hard to find, and it's very frustrating. So there you go. Anything else for today?
I don't think so.
Lunch. Megan says she is ready for lunch. She is our driver for today. Megan is getting her permit, and so she has to get so many hours in, and so she was happy to take on a couple of hours and come drive us to and fro Home Depot and all of our errands. So, been a successful trip for the most part, other than the saw blade. Yeah, the boy's hungry, so we're gonna go feed him. As always, thanks so much for going to Creekside. Y'all have a great day. See you in the next video. Bye, friends.